Hi guys, so today I'm going to talk about the Ice Spice situation. This might be a short video. I might do a longer video by the way, but I'm going to tell you what I think about it. But obviously, I'm not going to probably tell you everything. There's certain things I want to say, but I guess I'm not going to say it because I want to keep it classy. But obviously, you guys know that I don't tolerate degenerates and ratchet and ghetto behavior. Like, I really don't. I don't tolerate it from anyone. It can be a white person, a Filipino person, an Asian person. I don't care. Okay? Like, I just don't like ratchet and ghetto. You guys can tell that I don't act like it, like ghetto and ratchet, right? So, this is all over, I guess, the mainstream internet. It has some popularity about it. This is a new situation, by the way. People are talking about how Ice Spice was in a restaurant at McDonald's and she got slapped by a girl. And I don't like how people say the girl that slapped her is a fan. And I'm assuming I know that a lot of people watch the videos and footages about what happened. And some people might read articles about what happened to a celebrity or to a person. And most people nowadays they watch the footage because the footages can tell you so many things that you wouldn't really know from reading an article because the footages shows you what actually happened or the visuals and the audio about what occurred in that moment, right? And yeah, so basically Ice Spice was in McDonald's. She was in McDonald's and there was a girl sitting next to her. I guess that's her friend. I don't know. I don't know who that girl is, but maybe she's related with Ice Spice or maybe she knows Ice Spice. But that's not a problem, right? Ice Spice can have friends. Like there's no problem of having friends. Ice Spice was sitting down eating McDonald's and then a random girl came in and people say she slapped her, but when you look at the footage, I don't see slap. I don't see the girl slapping her, but I did see the girl hit her or try to hit her, right? And that is assault. That is illegal. Okay, it is illegal in some way, like especially if it's for no reason, like randomly, like really, you want to throw all of your blessings away for that. Like it's so immoral and trash and repulsive. It's ghetto, ratchet, it's whatever, right? And the girl came in and I just don't like how people say she was a fan. That's not fan. A fan wouldn't go out of the way to mistreat a person that they respect or see on a pedestal. You know what I mean? A fan wouldn't go out of their way. Some fans would, I guess, but a fan, okay, wouldn't go out of their way to try and mistreat a person that they're a fan of, okay? And the girl was telling her to shake her ass and twerk. So basically, the girl wanted her to twerk, I guess, because people notice her as a girl that twerks. But I'm assuming Ice Spice has pretty privilege or whatever. She's not just a girl that twerk, and she doesn't have to twerk. But I guess people notice her for doing that, right? But still, that doesn't imply that you should tell her what to do when she's eating in a restaurant. And who are you to tell a person what to do? Like, you're not their boss, you're not their supervisor, you're not their manager, you don't pay them. Like, what? And that's just entitlement. You want her to perform for you, then pay up, okay? Especially if that's what she's known for or what people think she's known for, then pay up, pay some money. Pay some money, right? If you want to see an artist that you like perform and you want to tell them, hey, do this, do that, start dancing, pay some money. So maybe they might do it, right? Maybe. But they have the right to decline that. But the girl started hitting Ice Spice, basically assaulting her, right? And then there was a guy that removed the girl away from her and Ice Spice. Honestly, I never knew Ice Spice can throw hands. I'm not saying pretty girls can't fight, but sometimes you look at a pretty girl the way they behave, and you're just like, it feels like they can't fight. And not in a way where it's like I want to fight them because they're pretty. No, no, no. Sometimes you look at a pretty girl, you're like, she's so nice, she's so sweet. The most she can say is like how she doesn't like someone, but she wouldn't throw hands, or maybe she would be dragged down if she tried to throw hands. But Ice Spice do have some hands, but I'm not trying to glamorize that, right? But the girl started putting hands on her, and the girl wanted her to twerk, right? That's how everything escalated because the girl decided to be like a ratchet animal and put her hands for no reason. Like legit, that's like, you keep your hands to yourself, all right? Especially unprovoked. You don't want problems with people. And then Ice Spice started walking on top of tables. Ice Spice was a little bit mad and she wanted to fight the girl because I understand, because it's like, why would a random person try to fight you, right? Um And then Ice Spice was, I guess, hitting her back or whatever, but she didn't get the chance to really hit her as much or as well that she wanted to, because those guys holding her back and the guys were holding the girl that assaulted her back. Basically, the girl that threw hands on her for no reason. And they took her out of the McDonald's, and then they were fighting in the streets a little bit, but a guy pushed Ice Spice, so she fell on the ground. But I thought it was a girl that pushed Ice Spice on the ground, honestly. But yeah, so I'm hoping Ice Spice put some charges. I said what I said, like, for real. Like, some people, you just don't want to make problems with certain people. You never want to make problems with someone who minds their business. And I saw the comment section, a lot of people were saying, no, some people were saying different things, honestly, but some people were saying, oh, when you're famous, why are you eating where poor people are eating? McDonald's is where poor people eat? I thought poor people can't afford McDonald's, because nowadays McDonald's is so expensive, right? $10 for a Big Mac, right? Right? Or you're saying that the average citizen that is not famous and rich eats at McDonald's. Not all of us eat at McDonald's, like, for real. But it's like, it's weird. People are saying, oh, like this person in the comment section saying, oh, you know, if you're rich, why are you eating in a poor place? This is what happens. And it's not this what happens. Why are you trying to justify it? Like, and honestly, I responded to the person. I said, rich or poor, I'm telling you, I don't get mad at people being rich. I get mad at how people treat other people, okay? That's the difference. Because I'm raised right, I'm classy, and I'm a godly woman, and that's why I don't mess with Raquishas and Becky's and Karen's and, you know, anyone who's ratchet. It can be a white girl who's ratchet, a Filipino girl who's ratchet, an Asian girl, an Asian guy who's ratchet, a white girl who's ratchet. I don't mess with them at all. And I know you're surprised because I'm a black woman. I'm mixed, by the way. But, you know, I'm classy. I know how to behave, and people never say that I'm rude. Never. People never say that I'm rude unless if they're rude and I decide to be rude back, right? Because, like, treat people how you want to be treated. It's not that hard. But, yeah, so I responded and I said, poor or rich, you don't put hands on people, especially for no reason. That's when it's actually going to give you problems that you might not be easily able to solve, even with money on the line. Irreversible problems. But I didn't say exactly like that, irreversible problems. But I basically told them, poor or rich, you don't put hands on people. You keep your hands to yourself. Don't put hands on people for no reason. It doesn't matter if someone's famous and they're rich and they're eating in McDonald's or Popeyes or the Subway. That justify you putting hands on them? That justify you trying to make problems with them because they're rich? Learn how to be rich yourself. Or it's like it's a human thing, by the way. Like, you keep your hands to yourself. You can speak to people. You can communicate with people without putting hands. Putting hands on someone is the worst way to communicate how you feel about that person. The only time putting hands will be justifiable is if someone is when it is self-defense, right? When someone's trying to give you problems and you have no choice to use self-defense, because that's when it becomes very legal. If someone tries to give you problems for no reason and they put hands on you, you have the 100% the right to do what you gotta do. I'm just being honest. It's self-defense. It's called, you're defending yourself, okay? Especially from a wild beast. Like, for real. And yeah, I just don't like that, and I don't like the crap bucketing mentality. I just don't like the comment section. People were like, she's rich, why is she eating a poor establishment? What? That's weird. That doesn't justify it. I can sit next to, I guess, Rihanna, Beyonce. I wouldn't put hands on them. I wouldn't. I don't know. Honestly, I wouldn't. Okay? I wouldn't. I'm not provoked. Like, you being rich and famous, that doesn't provoke me. It doesn't make me mad. It doesn't. I might say certain things that might not be nice, because maybe you're rich and famous and you treat people like garbage, so I might say something bad about you, but I'm not going to really think about really escalating the problem. But, you know, every situation is different, obviously. But Ice Spice is not the problem in that situation. I looked at the video, I looked at the footage, and then there's like a random girl who was there in the event saying that the reason why they decided to put hands on Ice Spice is because Ice Spice was rude. But even so, if someone's rude to you, that doesn't justify you putting hands on them for no reason. You started putting hands on them because you don't like what they said, because they were rude. I guess it depends what a person says, but even if they were saying something that was really rude, you can say something rude back or just walk away. Like, keep it nice. Like, okay, the person didn't put hands, I ain't gonna put hands. They just said something rude, I can say something rude back or walk away. Like, people expect people who are famous to kiss their ass. And that's coming from someone like me, honestly. Like, I know there's a lot of famous people out there, but you would never see me be like, let me put hands on a person because they didn't twerk and they're known for twerking. Like, I just don't care. It's ratchet. It makes you think that people, and there was a girl, by the way, that put hands on Ice Spice. It makes you think that people don't have class. There's some people that are ratchet. Now, I'm not saying people, like, you can be part of the hood, but you're not ghetto. There are some people, they're part of the hood and they're ghetto, meaning they don't know how to behave around people. They're toxic. Like, they bring chaos and trouble everywhere they go, and that's problematic. Obviously, it is. So my thoughts on the situation. Ice Spice better put some charges. I don't care. And Ice Spice, some people are saying she should have security. Maybe she should, but she don't really need it. But I guess she needs it for ratchet people. But I feel bad for her, honestly. But I know she's pretty and gorgeous, so she'll be fine. But I'm not saying that in a way to make her feel that she is like, people shouldn't sympathize with what happened to her, but like, like, she's pretty, she's fine in her own way, but I just don't like how people mistreated her. Like, I don't personally know this girl. She might, like, she doesn't offend me. Honestly, Ice Spice doesn't make me mad. She doesn't offend me. I'm not weird. Like, I see a pretty girl, she might do something that I wouldn't do if I become famous, right? I wouldn't twerk, but it works for her, right? But she has other things other than twerking, right? But that doesn't justify putting hands on a person. So I feel bad for her. Like, in a way that I sympathize. So what do you think about the situation? So what do you guys think about the situation, honestly, right? Like, it's so ghetto and ratchet. Like, for real. So some people are saying she should have a security guard. I kind of agree, but she doesn't have to have that. People should have respect for other people's spaces and boundaries. Because if you don't respect people's spaces, you're gonna learn the hard way. I'm just telling you, some people, they'll press charges and they'll do what they gotta do as self-defense. So that's why I'm telling people, don't put hands on people, especially for no reason, right? Like, learn how to communicate or just walk away. It's that simple. It's that simple. It is. Like, I think honestly it's a privilege for Ice Spice to even acknowledge this girl. And her friend or the girl sitting next to her should have helped Ice Spice. Like, this girl, I guess she can't fight. I think she's a little white girl, by the way. I'm not saying white girls can't fight, but yeah, they're known for not being able to fight. But, like, what type of friend is that? Ice Spice? What type of friend is that? Ice Spice, like, you have a girl sitting next to you. I don't know if that's her friend. But honestly, if you have a friend that sees you getting hit by a person, like a random girl putting hands on you, and you're not defending her, you're not fighting her, whatever, like, you're not calling the 911, what are you doing? Like, for real, like, what is that? I suppose should really not be friends with that girl that was sitting next to her in McDonald's, because, like, she did nothing. Legit, she did nothing. And she almost fell because of the girl that was trying to fight Ice Spice that pushed her or whatever. Like, she can't fight. I'm not saying white girls can't fight, but a lot of them can't fight, for real. But even if you can't fight, you can call the 911, right? Like, you can, like, I don't know, honestly, but help Ice Spice out. Say something to make her feel calm in this situation where there's a wild beast trying to fight her for no reason. So, yeah, so people should just respect other people's boundaries and spaces. Like, not everything is an altercation. You can learn how to, like, disagree with someone and keep it pushing, right? That's called being a decent person. But I guess not everyone's decent, but people gonna learn the hard way. Keep your hands to yourself. Keep your hands to yourself. So tell me what you think about the situation of the Ice Spice getting slapped. People are saying that she's getting slapped, and honestly, that's like clickbait and lies. And clickbait is, I guess, illegal. It's not promoted and encouraged by YouTube policies or whatever. the platform's policies, right? Because it's like, why are you lying to the people, the audience? Like, she got slapped. When I look at the freaking video, that was not a slap. That was her trying to hit her, or she hit her, and it like it landed a little bit on her, but not as much because a guy took her away from Ice Spice. But Ice Spice can throw hands. Like, I saw Ice Spice ready to fight that girl, and I'm like, wow, I'm surprised. I'm surprised. Like, for real. I thought she was gonna be like Nicki Minaj, where someone throws a shoe at her and she just stands in the corner. But Ice Spice, she can fight. She can fight. She's pretty, but she can fight. And Ice Spice was actually mad. So imagine that. Ice Spice is known for that girl for, like, she's kind of like nonchalant, where she's like, she can tell you how she feels, but she's not gonna like act crazy, right? But in that moment, she was justified to act crazy. Because that's something you don't do. You don't put hands on people for no reason. So tell me what you think about this situation, honestly. And she should press charges on that girl. So I might do a part 2 of this. But honestly, it's so trash and disgusting. But some people, they gonna learn the hard way. If you put hands on certain people, I'm just telling you, you're gonna have problems that money can't save. I'm just saying. Because, yeah. Like, I don't care if somebody's famous. If you're famous, you're rich, that doesn't offend me, right? Like, I'm the type of girl, I'm more about how people treat other people. Like, if you're rich and famous, I might say something about, like, I might say something you don't like, not automatically because you're rich and famous, but it's like, I know how to be classy about how I speak about other people, even if I don't like that. Meaning, like, I don't have to do an altercation and be physical with someone because they're famous and rich. Like, I don't get mad. I don't get offended if a girl becomes famous, she becomes a singer or a dancer. Like, I know I have my own value, but some people are ratchet and ghetto. And I'm not saying like, some people can be from the ghetto, but they're not ghetto, right? Because it's the way you behave, the way you act around people. But sometimes you can tell people are just trash based on how they behave around other people that they feel that they have something that they don't have. So they act a way that's really not commendable in society. It's really not. So you just don't be friends with cliches. But in that situation, she wasn't that girl's friend. She was just like sitting there at McDonald's, like, and like, people are like, oh, she should have a security guard because she's famous. But honestly, if you're famous, you shouldn't have a security guard. People should learn how to respect your space, right? Because yeah, like, you are a person, right? Like, and yeah, so I don't care if somebody's rich and famous. I'ma still respect their space, right? The only time I might act a type of way, as I said before, is like, it depends on the situation, honestly. But if I see a girl who became famous and rich, and I see her and I see her in a restaurant, I'm not gonna try to fight her. Even if I don't like her, the way that I would probably confront her is just by speaking, honestly. Like, me not liking you because you're rich and famous, that's not enough for me to put hands on you. It's really not. I'm a classy girl. I'm a black woman. I'm mixed, by the way, but like, I know how to behave. Everybody knows that. So that's why a lot of ghetto ratchet people don't like me. And there's ratchet ghetto girls every time when they hate on me being gorgeous or light skin. Okay, that I can tell when people are ratchet and ghetto, because it's like the way to behave, the way to speak, and all of those things. So Ice Spice should put charges on them. So this is probably the end of the video, by the way. But Ice Spice should put charges on them. And comment down below if you like this video. And comment down below if you want me to do part 2. And comment down below, what is your opinion about that situation? How do you feel? And what do you want to say about Ice Spice getting hit by a fan? She's not a fan. She's a hater. She's a person that hates. She's trash. She's toxic. Because as I said again, there's certain things you don't do when you're a fan. You respect who you're a fan of when you're a fan. Putting hands on someone that you claim you're a fan is not even commendable. It's not respectable. It makes you look like a trash person that hates. And yeah, so I just don't like it. I guess people are trying to lie because she's like, trying to say, oh, she's a fan. A fan attacked Ice Spice. You see how stupid that is? That doesn't even make sense. Why would a fan attack you? But I guess there's lunatics out there, right? But they should be all in a freaking rehabilitated or incarcerated or whatever you call it. I don't care. Like, if you're trash, there's consequences to that. But I don't care. I'm not jealous of Ice Spice. So like, I obviously sympathize with that girl, and she was not in the wrong. So Ice Spice, Like, I know Ice Plus would probably like me as a person. I just know it. Like, come on now, we're both light skins. We're both talented and valuable and all that, and we're not ratchet jacuizas, you know. We can act hood, but we know how to be classy at the same time. And it's not even a struggle for us, honestly. But yeah, so tell me what you think about this situation, honestly. Like, she doesn't need a security guard, but what I would tell Ice Spice is, girl, I know not everybody fights the same, right? But if somebody tries to put hands on you, you gotta use what's in your surroundings. Okay, they get down as a giraffe. You grab what you grab what you see, and then you throw it against the wall. You're welcome for that advice. But I'm just saying, press charges on this girl. You are famous, you're rich, you know what you gotta do. You know what you gotta do, Ice Spice. Ice Spice, if you're watching this, press charges on that girl. Press charges or something. You know you are rich, you're famous. There's certain things you can do easily, right? I'm just letting you know. And put hands on people. Rich or famous, if you put hands on someone, if a rich person puts hands on a person that's not famous, there's still consequences to that, right? Because some people have connections. Okay, I'm just saying. Some people, they're loved by a lot of people, so you really want to make problems with a person who minds their business that they're really loved by people. They're really loved by people. And it's like, rich or famous, you put hands on people for no reason. There's some things you do that's going to give you irreversible consequences. Irreversible, where the money ain't going to save that. I can get in details, but this is not even my situation. But I just sympathize. Honestly, I sympathize. Because, like, I don't care, rich, famous, poor, rich, famous. I don't like when people put hands on people for no reason. Like, that's something that would trigger someone, bro. That's something that would trigger you. Put hands on the wrong person for no reason. I'm telling you that can be irreversible on self-defense, on how they're gonna act, self-defense. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment down below if you're on Ice Spice side, or what do you think about the situation. Should she have a security guard, a bodyguard, whatever. Until next time, bye.
Thanks for watching.
Your smile lit up like a sunrise glow. Touch so soft where the seasons flow.